so today I'm doing something a little bit different on my channel, but I've been thinking about some videos that I want to put out for y'all, and I thought that I really need to go through my makeup collection. I have so much makeup that I do not even use, so I just need to go through, see what I like, and see what I need to get rid of. So that's what I'm going to do today. I have foundations and concealers that I'm going to get rid of or keep today. But if y'all like these videos, then just give this video a thumbs up so I know. And I will do more declutter videos like this. I'll go through my blushes, my highlighters, everything, my palettes. And I will get rid of some things and also keep some things. And I'll give y'all a little mini review on each product that I have in my makeup collection. So yes, this is called the Declutter series. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through my foundations and my concealers. So I'm going to do foundations first in no particular order. This one is from L'Oreal and it's called the Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. It is a gorgeous foundation. It has a light coverage. I'm pretty sure you could build this up to a medium coverage, but it's just so comfortable on the skin. It's called a liquid powder foundation because it goes on as a liquid, but it dries into a powder. But don't think that it's matte because it's not. It doesn't dry matte. It's kind of in the middle between dewy and matte, like a satin finish. I've gone to the drugstore and I've tried to find this foundation and it's just never in L'Oreal's section, but I just looked it up online and it says that they still make it, but it's hard to find. So I'm sure you can go online and order this. It's a great foundation for summer just because it's really lightweight. But since this one is super old, I'm going to toss it because it's just not even wearable anymore. So this next foundation is a tinted moisturizer foundation. So this is just a moisturizer that has a little bit of color in it. So if you're going to the pool or something, it has SPF in it and it's just a moisturizer and really good for your skin. I got this a while ago whenever I had the app Holt Look. I think it's called Holt Look. And they have like a makeup section and their makeup is like discounted. So I had never tried a tinted moisturizer before, so I thought I would give this one a try. It is by the brand Studio Gear and it is a tinted moisturizer and it has SPF 15. So I had really high expectations for this, but the color looks really pretty in the packaging. The packaging is really cute too. But it looks like it would, you know, match someone that has a little bit of a tan. It's in medium. But this, whenever you put it on your skin, it oxidizes so bad and it turns literal orange. Like orange. Like you can see it on my hand right there and it looks like it'd be a pretty like natural shade. This stuff turns so orange. It's not cute at all. So I'm definitely tossing this. Okay, so the next foundation is from Mary Kay, and this is the Matte Wear Liquid Foundation. This is the lightest foundation that I have, so I use this a lot during winter, but this is in the shade Ivory. I use this a lot in the winter just because it's a really light shade and I get super pale during the winter months, but I'm not crazy about this foundation just because it's matte and it is so dry. The only way that I found this was okay to wear is if I mixed it with like a Luminous primer or if I mixed it with an argan oil. It has to be mixed to be luminous, which is kind of defeating the purpose of this foundation. But again, I just keep it because it's a really light shade, so if I need to mix it with any of my darker shades to get like an in-between color, this is a good foundation to keep around. So I am going to keep this just because of the shade. It's like a perfect shade for me whenever I'm pale, but I don't really recommend it. Why am I keeping it? So this foundation is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. So this is supposed to be like a better skin foundation. That's what it's called. It's supposed to look like your skin but better, hence the name. I did a video on this, I think. If I did, let me think. If I did do a video, I will link it down below, but I don't remember what I really thought of this. I haven't really played with it that much. I think I did that video on it and maybe wore it like 2 times after that, and I haven't touched it since. I'm going to keep this foundation so I can go back to it and see what I think about it again because I forgot. So keeping this one. So I know I did a video on this foundation and I wasn't a huge fan of it just because I was really oily whenever I tried it, and this is a Luminous foundation. I would go throughout the day with this foundation on, and my skin just kept on showing oil. The oil just bled through the foundation, and it was not cute on me. If you are dry skin, then you will love this foundation. It has a really pretty luminous glow to it. It just didn't work out for me. So if you have oily skin, then I would stay clear of this one. So I'm going to pass this one along. The next one is this one from Revlon, and it is the Revlon Colorstay 24 Hours Foundation. This is what I use on all of my clients whenever I do prom makeup, wedding makeup, whatever. This is the foundation that I use for them because it works for everyone, and it is such a pretty foundation. I have so many shades of this, like my winter shade, my summer shade, and my in-between shade, because I love this foundation. It's always one that I know I can count on. So this is really pretty if you have dry skin, and also really pretty if you have oily skin. It works for everyone, and it stays on for a really long time. You can get a super full coverage look with this foundation. If you are looking for a foundation, I would recommend the Revlon Colorstay, just because they have so many colors. They have a great color selection, and it's easy just to look at the color and pick it because they have such a good variety. So I'm definitely going to keep this one. Another tinted moisturizer I have is from the brand Pur-lisse, and I got this in a boxy charm, so it's just a little sample. So I got this, and I wasn't sure how I would feel about it because it says tinted moisturizer cream. And whenever I think of a moisturizer, I want something really thin, but I ended up really loving this. It's not as thick as I thought it was going to be. So let me show you what it looks like. It looks like that, and it blends out into a really like thin, it is kind of creamy, but it blends out and it feels like you're not wearing anything. It feels like a moisturizer. It's perfect for if you're going out to the pool or going to the beach during the summer and you don't want to put a full face of makeup on. You can just throw this on, throw a tinted moisturizer on, and you're good to go. I'm going to keep this, and I plan on getting the full size because this is something really good to have in your collection during the summer. I don't know if y'all have heard of BH Cosmetics, but it's an online cosmetics brand, and they have like really cheap makeup. Like some makeup they have is really good. Like I love their eyeliner. A lot of things that they have I love, so I thought that I would try one of their foundations because it was like $5. So I got it, and I hate it. So it smells terrible. Let me show you the packaging. The packaging is really cute. It has a pump and everything, but I don't know if y'all saw that color, but it's coming even like natural on the camera, but this is orange. Okay, so this is called Medium Rose, and it is like, oh my gosh, and the feeling is like literal clay. It feels like clay, and it's sticky. And it smells like shampoo. It is a terrible foundation. Can y'all see that color? Oh my gosh. It was such a bad mistake. The back of it says, the warning. For external use only. Keep out of eyes. Stop use and see a doctor if rash or irritation develops and lasts. So these next two foundations are the last foundations, but they are my favorite foundations. So this one is from Makeup Forever. It is the Ultra HD Foundation Stick, and it is such a gorgeous foundation. It's the one that I'm wearing today. So yes, it is in stick form, so it looks like that. And what I do is I just make lines on my face, and then I take a beauty blender that is really wet and I pat it into my skin. I think that this is kind of like a luminous foundation. I don't know if y'all can see really, but it kind of gives my skin a glow. So it's not a matte foundation, but it doesn't say that it's a luminous foundation. But since I use such a wet beauty blender, I think that the water from the beauty blender mixes with the foundation and just hydrates my skin really well. If you're looking for a high-end foundation, I think that this one is such a good one. I don't know how long this foundation is going to last me because it's in stick form, but so far I've been using it every day and it's still lasting me. So I'm super excited to continue using this. The next thing I want to get from Makeup Forever is the Body and Face Foundation. I think that's what it's called. But yes, I love this foundation. It's a really pretty one. I think it'll work for dry skin and oily skin. So again, if you're looking for a high-end foundation, then there you go. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. It is such a gorgeous foundation for the price that it is. It is drugstore price. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but honestly, I would pay $30 for this foundation. It is so pretty. It lays on the skin beautifully, and if you have pores on your nose or anywhere on your face, it just blurs them out completely and makes you look like you have flawless skin. So I definitely recommend this to y'all. I am in the shade 235 Pure Beige, and this is my tan shade. I have been talking about this for forever, but I need to go pick up a shade that is like my regular shade because this is such a pretty foundation. I find this one in the Makeup Forever to be very similar. Even though the Makeup Forever isn't a matte foundation, the way that it blurs out your pores and it lays on your skin, the two of them are very similar in that way. So if you don't want to spend that much money on that foundation, then I would say go ahead and get the Maybelline Matte and Poreless because it's very similar and it won't cost you as much. So I'm going to keep this one. Moving on to concealers, I'm going to start with my favorite one. This one is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I will forever have this concealer in my collection. It is my #1 favorite concealer, and I have yet to find one that is just as amazing as this. This is a really thick concealer, but it's still very moisturizing, so it won't dry out your under eyes. I've never had a problem with this concealer creasing. If you're looking for a good concealer, then I would definitely recommend this one. The only downside is The only downside to it is that it has a pump, so it's not like a wand that you can like put on your face. You have to put it on your finger, but I actually like that. So I'm going to keep this one and eventually repurchase one because this one's getting a little bit low. Okay, so the next concealer I have, I used in my last tutorial, and I told y'all that I wasn't a huge fan of it, and I'm still sticking to that review. But this one is the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. And the packaging looks like this. It's cute. It's just pretty much standard. It comes with a wand, but this wand does not work. As you can see, there's nothing. Let me show you. You can see that there's no product like around the wand. It's only at the tip of the wand. I don't even know if y'all can see, but it just applies product to the very tip of it, so you have to like dot it on your face instead of swiping. It makes it really hard to get enough product underneath your eyes, so that's what I don't like about this one. And also, it's a gel concealer, which that's why I got it, because I was interested in how that felt. And I mean, it's pretty moisturizing. It kind of just feels like a normal concealer though. It doesn't feel like a gel. But the only reason I didn't like this is because the applicator and also the creasing. I put this underneath my eye, and as soon as I went into set, it just creased and went into all of my fine lines. So I do not like this concealer. I'm going to toss this one. The next concealer I have is from LA Girl, and it is the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealer. It's like a brush applicator, so you can very easily draw underneath your eyes and fill it in. The only reason I don't like it though is because it like sprays out oil. Like if you go like squeeze it out, it squeezes out oil. The concealer and the oil or whatever it is isn't very mixed up inside this little thing, so before I use it I just mix it up and then squeeze it out. But that's the only thing, that's the only downside to this. It doesn't crease. It's not full coverage, so if you're looking for a full coverage concealer, I wouldn't recommend this. It's kind of medium coverage, but I do like it. It's not my favorite, but I'm going to keep it. So the next concealer is from Mary Kay, and this is the Mary Kay concealer. I guess it's just called a concealer. And then this one is in the shade Ivory 1. Again, this is the lightest concealer like the foundation that I have. It's super light. It's a very thick concealer, so I don't usually grab for this, but it is a good one to have if you have really dark under eye circles, which I do, but I just don't grab for this one. So I'm going to keep it just because I want to try it out some more, but I don't really have a review on it, but I'm keeping it and I'm going to try it out to see if I really like that thick consistency that it does have. The next okay, like a tree waved in front of my window and I thought it was a man. The next concealer I have is from NYX, and it is the NYX HD Concealer. The packaging looks like this. I don't know why I have such like a light shade. I guess it worked for me whenever I was really pale. But this is the NYX concealer, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Whenever you swatch it on your hand, it looks like it's going to be a really thick and covering concealer, but it's not. It like fades into nothing. Like, it just creases really bad, and you blend it out and it's like no coverage at all, and it looks powdery, and I'm just not a fan of this one. I mean, I got it for the price, and also they had a bunch of colors and it just seemed really nice, but I don't like the finish of it. It's very powdery and chalky, so I'm going to toss this one. Oh, I have another one that's like more of my shade, but tossing it. Okay, so the next thing is not really a concealer, but it's a corrector concealer, so I thought I would mention it. This is from NYX also, but it is the NYX Dark Circle Corrector, and this one is in the shade Light Pale. This is a orange corrector. As you can see, it's like a really salmon color. I don't even know if it's showing off on camera, but it's like a salmon color. So you just take it and you put it underneath your eyes, and it conceals the darkness underneath your eyes, and then you put your concealer on top, and it's supposed to just cover up those dark circles, which it does. I love this product. A bunch of companies are coming out with under eye correctors, and I haven't even tried those because this one is so good. Why spend the money on a really expensive one? It just covers up my under eye circles really well, so I'm going to keep this. I think that's pretty successful. I got rid of 7 things, those things right there, which I thought I wasn't going to get rid of anything because I'm like so attached to my makeup. They're like my babies. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all like these declutter videos, just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Let's try to give this video to 25 thumbs up so I know that y'all want more of these. Next, I will do my blushes and my highlights for y'all. So, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.